This is the Boston Celtics newsfeed on CLNS Radio. Today is Friday, March 24th, 2017. This is Corey Prescott reporting for CLNS Radio, the leading online provider of audio-video coverage for the Boston Celtics. The Phoenix Suns and Boston Celtics met on March 5th in what would arguably be one of the Celtics' most painful regular season losses ever. Recency bias exists, of course, being that the loss occurred less than 1 month ago. However, the Celtics went from being up 3 points with a chance to make it 4 with 20 seconds remaining to watching the ball be kicked by Isaiah Thomas to Tyler Ulis for a game-winning three-pointer in the blink of an eye. The loss also touched off a difficult week in which Thomas didn't exactly come off well to the press and perhaps his teammates in some regard, said Thomas of the final errant pass in that Suns game, a failed inbound pass from Jay Crowder. Quote, "I thought Jay would get it out quicker than he would. I don't know if he was looking to see if we had a timeout, or I don't know what he was thinking to do." End quote. The next night in Los Angeles against the Clippers, a 116-102 loss didn't possess quite the same gut-wrenching feeling that the results in Phoenix had fans feeling. However, it wasn't exactly a treat either, as Thomas expressed dissatisfaction over the defeat and the manner in which a 43-14 run by the Clippers was handled. Said Thomas then following the game, quote, "We can't be experimenting in Game 64, end quote. Fast forward nearly 3 weeks later, and the outlook in the Celtics locker room is much sunnier, while the Phoenix locker room is looking quite vacant. With one game separating the Celtics from the first place Cleveland Cavaliers, the Celtics will once again have a full lineup tonight, something that they didn't possess during that previous loss to the Suns. Al Horford, a right elbow strain, and Avery Bradley, working his way back from a strained Achilles, both missed that game. Horford and Bradley, along with Thomas, who missed last Friday's win at Brooklyn and Sunday's loss to Philadelphia with a bone bruise in his right knee, will play tonight. Meanwhile, Phoenix is in an always strange predicament heading into the NBA's final stretch as they compete in a stare-down with the Los Angeles Lakers for the rights to the second most ping-pong balls come lottery time. The Suns used the NBA's youngest starting lineup ever during their 126-98 drubbing at the hands of the NBA worst Brooklyn Nets Thursday night, even younger than all but one NCAA team competing in the tournament that same night. Tyler Ulis, 21, Devin Booker, 20, Derek Jones Jr., 20, Marquise Chris, 19, and the oldest of the bunch, 23-year-old Alex Len, combined to have an average age of 21 years and 14 days old. The team has already shut down vets Eric Bledsoe, Brandon Knight, and Tyson Chandler, and according to reports, will be down to 8 active players tonight, with TJ Warren and Jones Jr. expected to be absent. Tanking season is certainly upon us. A couple of injury notes on 2 of the NBA's top talents. First, according to a report by ESPN's Mark Stein and Chris Haynes, the Golden State Warriors are cautiously optimistic regarding Kevin Durant's return. If he maintains his current progress to Golden State's lineup before the regular season ends on April 12th. Durant was able to complete his first on-court workout that involved shots on the move in addition to some running before the Warriors game in Dallas Tuesday. Durant was also on the Warriors bench during the Warriors games in Oklahoma City and Dallas, both wins. Durant sprained his MCL and experienced a tibial bone bruise in his left knee on February 28th. In other NBA injury news, this time less rosy, Joel Embiid is expected to undergo surgery for a torn meniscus. Embiid possesses out-of-this-world talent and a legit chance to be the best player in the league, yet injuries have come to define his young career thus far. Embiid was cautiously held out of his first 2 seasons in the NBA by the Sixers due to a foot injury, and was well on his way to Rookie of the Year honors this season before getting hurt while dunking the ball against the Portland Trail Blazers on January 20th. Embiid would sit out the next 3 games with the Sixers before dropping 32 points in 28 minutes against the Houston Rockets on January 27th, his 31st game of the season, and the last time he would suit up in 2016-17. Many eyes will be on Lonzo Ball going up against Kentucky. However, there are 10 NBA games scheduled, including a couple that will certainly pique the Celtics' interest tonight. The Brooklyn Nets travel to take on the Washington Wizards, who are 2.5 games behind the Celtics. The Cavs hold a 1-game lead on the Celtics and will travel to Charlotte to take on the Hornets. Detroit goes to Orlando. Denver travels to Indiana. The Bulls welcome the Sixers to Chicago, separated by 1 game in the standings and potential first-round playoff matchups for the Celtics. The Bucks play the Hawks. Anthony Davis and the Pelicans match up with MVP candidate James Harden and the Rockets. The Lakers take on the T-Wolves, and the Warriors welcome in the Kings to Oakland. Celtics newsfeed is being powered by the SeatGeek ticketing app, the smartest and easiest way to buy and sell sports and concert tickets. Get a $20 rebate on your first purchase by downloading the free SeatGeek app to your phone. Go to the settings tab and click add a promo code and enter the code CELTSNEWS. That's CELTS News, all one word, for a $20 rebate, and so SeatGeek knows who sent you. To stay up to speed on the 17-time world champions, follow CLNSradio.com on Twitter at CLNSradio. Be sure to subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Radio mobile podcast app. This has been Corey Prescott for Celtics Newsfeed.